all. It's Emily Rand with ESPN ESPORTS. I am joined by Team Liquid Mid Laner Jensen. Thank you so much for joining me after a 2-0 week, but I guess kind of shaky 2-0 week. So just generally, since I know a lot of people on your team have been talking about like how a win is not just a win, like it's important to win, but you guys are also striving for a lot more. How do you think this week went?
Well, if I had to describe it in one word, I guess I would say it was lucky. But I think we've shown like both good stuff and bad stuff. So in terms of improvement, there's definitely a lot of stuff we have to do better and work on a lot more. But I think we're also like slowly like working on our problems at the same time. But it was a 2-0 week, so that's great. But I'm definitely not like happy about the week. But at the same time, I should be happy that we're 2-0 because we could have very easily been 0-2 at the same time. So I'm glad we got the 2-0.
How much does it, like this might sound like a stupid question, but how much does it help that you do get wins while you are trying to continuously improve like team synergy, even if they aren't the cleanest?
I'd say it just like kind of sets the mood for the day, you know, like if we lose off like a lot of stupid mistakes, which could have easily been today or yesterday, I think everyone's like feeling a lot more tilted and a lot more down just about like with the game and everything. So I'd say it kind of just like sets the mood for the day anyway. But then, you know, that the main goal is like obviously like long-term growth. So even if we win or lose and it was like a close game, then I think like, you know, in a week would kind of like look back on it and be like, oh, you know, it's like it wasn't really like a big deal as long as we're like working on the right stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone is like super happy with how these games went.
Take me through the level 1 and then how you actually ended up responding with a mid lane play shortly after.
So we planned a late invade, and basically I thought that in the LCS Summer matchup I can get priority. So what I did was I slow pushed the mid wave, the first wave, and then after that I waited for the second wave to come, and then I hard pushed the second wave. But what Pavel ended up doing was he just ditched the second wave pretty fast. I think he got level 2 off the first creep, and then he just left immediately. So I told my team, just wait, let me get the push here. He's going to fall really far behind mid. And then we kind of actually caught him in river at the same time, but we really misplayed the fight actually. Like it should have gone a lot better for us. And then, you know, after that, we got the mid laner's flash, and then we just ganked mid with our bot lane after because he was very vulnerable without flash. And yeah, I mean, we pretty much snowballed the early game really well, but then we just made a lot of stupid mistakes after that.
Going through the Baron play, what went into setting that up? Obviously, it relied on a pretty large mistake from FlyQuest, but what is the reaction in comms or from the team when something like that happens?
Oh man, like there's so many things happening this game. I don't like remember every detail like entirely, but I think what happened was I think one of us died, right? And then we tried to stall the Baron. Was someone dead?
And then Mash basically like
yeah.
So yeah.
I remember initially I was like, I'm just gonna try to chunk someone, see if we can like force our way towards Baron like slowly. And I think I ended up chunking Ignore a little bit, and then eventually like Mash just dashed in to me and like ran on top of my soldiers. Ignore kind of did the same thing actually. Like for some reason they just liked going on top of my soldiers, like hoping I was looking the other way or something. So yeah, he pretty much just killed himself, and then we stole the Baron, and I guess that's where the game really turned.
Going forward, what kind of, because I know I talked to you earlier this season, I talked to Broxa. One of the things that you guys said you did want to work on was being more proactive, and I think we've seen flashes of that. But how is that going, and what kind of play style do you guys want Team Liquid to have going forward for the rest of the split?
We want to try to be as flexible as possible, but we've been playing a lot of like Graves picks, and then, you know, I think ideally the best way you play with Graves is he's really strong early on, so he looks for invades, and then you back that up with mid priority. So, I mean, we kind of showed that today, you know, with Graves invade and then with my move and stuff. But I think we've been playing a bit too passive on stage. We haven't been able to like really replicate what we've been doing in scrims as much. So yeah, I mean the goal is for us to just be on the same page at all times and be a really aggressive and proactive mid jungle duo. But also be flexible, so like we can like play like Graves type of team comps where you look to invade, but also like team comps that are more centered around ganking mid. Because I mean, basically, I've just been playing control mages with early skirmish junglers. So basically, what we've been trying to do is just have mid try to get priority and then help out the jungler that way. But I don't know. A lot of our games have been really shaky early on, so we've made a lot of mistakes, and I guess it kind of makes us seem a bit more out of sync when we do make those mistakes. But yeah, I mean, overall, like the goal is just to be, very flexible and to be able to play all kind of styles, because, the meta is going to change. So we need to just be prepared for every scenario.
And then I feel like so much of the discussion around North America right now is A, can anyone beat C9, but then B, who is second to C9? So first of all, can a team beat Cloud9? And then also, do you feel like you are definitively now the second best team in North America?
I mean, when we practice against C9, we can definitely tell that they do have a lot of flaws, but they're just also really good at playing together as a unit, and that is what's making them strong. But at the same time, like, I definitely think like they are exploitable, and I mean, we kind of showed that against them on stage, right? But at the same time, like we've been struggling a lot in the mid game, and that's kind of where we fall apart right now, and this is why we are not able to like fully snowball our games as well as we should. And to your other point about if we're like the second best team in the league right now, to be honest, I don't really think so. I think we can be on our best day, but we've been showing too many inconsistencies. Kind of getting a bit lucky at the same time. So I wouldn't say we're the second best team in the league. It's kind of like a toss-up still, like between like us, FlyQuest, EG. I'm not really sure if I'm forgetting any teams. I don't think I am, but yeah, I feel like the race is like pretty close between who's the second best team right now. But C9 is definitely still the best team in the league and the team to beat. But yeah, we're getting there slowly.
Well, I did call you guys as the second best team by the end of the split once your team came together. So hopefully that'll happen. Thank you so much for joining me today, and good luck for the rest of the split.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
And then for more League of Legends coverage, keep it here on ESPN Esports.